A very warm welcome again, viewers, in the channel. And today we have brought here the topic of soft skills. And we are going to understand step by step, bit by bit, what is exactly soft skill or what does soft skill suggest. Now, before that, we need to understand what is skill. So, without wasting time, let us move on to the deeper parts of this video. What is skill? Now, often, skill is an inadequate or unusual term to describe the qualities that collectively constitute the other set of skills that are called soft skills. They are usually known as qualities or even virtues when they are considered to be universally desirable in a person. So, what we desire in a person, that the qualities, the person should possess the qualities or the person should possess the virtues. Now, think about it, these qualities or virtues can be called soft skills, and how we are going to explore in this video. So, stay tuned with the video till the video ends. Now let us have examples. For example, patience. Now this patience is also absent in many of us, but this patience can be a soft skill because soft skill follows a schooling or institutional programs. And in such institutional programs, you are learned patience, reticence, how to keep silence, etc. These are called soft skills in a different angle. More psychological in its true sense. So, soft skills are basically psychological because it is thought to be psychological from a perspective, from a point of view. Now, you have to understand the difference between the soft skill and hard skill, and only then you can understand what is exactly soft skill. So, you need to differentiate between skills. Soft skills are divided in several parts, and each part is also divided into several parts. These are thus described one by one in this video. So, in this presentation, first we need to understand the parts of soft skill as expressed. These are the parts of the soft skills. For the first one is the soft skills. The second one is teamwork. The third one is emotional intelligence. The fourth one is adaptability. The fifth one is leadership. And the sixth one is problem solving. So these are the six parts that we are going to deal in a series of videos. The first one, as we have already said, as I have already said, is the soft skill. So first we need to understand soft skills, and these are the parts of the skills that we have to understand in this video about soft skill. So skill and their explanation. So soft skill and the categories of soft skill versus hard skills, practical application of soft skills, spirit of soft skills, why are soft skills necessary? These are the subtopics of this video. The first one, as it is, what are soft skills? Now, in these soft skills, we have to understand the difference between soft skills and hard skills. And soft skills, as it is said, are defined as a set of individual or and interpersonal skills, and these are usually known as qualities or virtues, as we have already understood this. Now, here, examples are when we talk upon determination or honesty, we usually do not associate them as skills that can be learned. However, if one follows certain schools of psychology that I have said earlier, it may be said that whatever qualities a grown up person displays can be said to be a result of one's grown up. So, if your child or if we see our junior brothers and sisters, we usually follow how they are behaving. So it is the result of one's growing up. Or more specifically, in a narrowly defined technical sense, that's the result of one's socialization or schooling. So we often heard this term that yes, your breeding is the result of your good schooling or your good socialization. So how you are going to be treated, that depends on you only, because the kind of schooling that you received from your family from different sections. So socialization or schooling, therefore, important. Thus, even these qualities can be called skills. However, to differentiate them from hard ones, they are called soft skills. These are skills, but hard skills are different aspects. These are soft skills. Now, where lies the difference? Let us know. Mostly when we talk of skills, we refer to hard skills. That is a set of skills one learns in a formal situation or in an informal situation where the learning intent is quite explicit because it is not very tough to understand. And for example, that hard skills are usually associated with one's knowledge of a particular subject and a useful practical occupation. For example, one may go to technical school in a formal setup to learn skills of electrical engineering. or an apprentice may informally accompany an electrician or a mason to learn the tricks of that trade. So these are called skills, and these you have to know by yourself physically. These therefore are called hard skills. So in the case of hard skills, you have your physical attachment, you have your presence, and you understand that these are the factors that you must know. So hard skills demand deliberate participation of you and your presence, your physical presence rather. On the other hand, soft skills do not demand all the time your physical presence. Rather, these are the qualities or virtues that one can possess within. So this is the basic difference between hard skills and soft skills. If the question is asked in your examination, just you have to give more examples. That would be good enough. This may be asked for 5 marks question. Now, let us move on to categories of soft skills. Now, soft skills are broadly divided into two categories. One is individual, and other is interpersonal. So, what is individual skill? Individual are those which clearly are not dependent on another person. For example, usually one's determination, truthfulness, honesty, or cleanliness may not be affected by another person's action or presence. However, with the help of behavioral experiments, psychologists have shown that there are situations and conditions when such apparently individual skills are affected or influenced by a congenial atmosphere, encouraging action or presence of others. So, behavioral experiments are important because they may be affected by a congenial atmosphere. And how? Let us give an example. Many people will be hesitant to litter a speak and span crowded place where nobody else is littering. On the contrary, the same set of people may not think twice about throwing garbage around in a dirty place where everyone else is already doing that. What does it signify? It signifies that people who usually try to do things or actions that may be dependent on the actions of the others, we try to assume that if these people are doing this, so I have these obligations to do the same, even if it is wrong or even if it is right. So, what I have said earlier, that people's behavioral programs are changed due to certain examples. Soft skills, therefore, if your patience or encouragement or determination, whatever they are, may be changed because people are influenced by these. So these are individual skills that one individual is possessing. On the other hand, interpersonal skills refer to the skills that become apparent and are tasted only when a person interacts with others. For example, qualities like leadership and kindness or receptivity necessarily require active presence of other living, if not human beings. Whether a person possesses these qualities or not can only be known when there are others to lead, be shown kindness to, or be listened to with attention. Further, not only do these qualities manifest a situation when one interacts with others, one may even contend that these qualities can be learned only when one starts interacting with others. So, skills like interaction or leadership or kindness, etc., these only you can do when you interact with people. Here, the example is leadership and kindness, that there are others if we understand to lead. Therefore, whether a person possesses these qualities not can only be known when there are others to lead. Be shown kindness, they are shown kindness to be or be listened with attention because they have the qualities to interact. Not only do these qualities manifest in a situation when one interacts with others, one may even contend that these qualities can be learned only when one starts interacting with others. So once you do not start interacting with others, you may not know your qualities. So these are called interpersonal skills. Interpersonal means that more personal, more dependent on your attitude towards others, more dependent on the kind of activity that you are showing in front of others, the kind of attachment with the others, the kind of interaction that you do with the others. So these are called interpersonal skills. So these are two types of skills: individual skills and interpersonal skills. Now, of these two categories of skills, it has been observed that interpersonal skills are assuming increasing importance in the present context, especially in workplaces which require intense and seamless collaboration among employees. So if you are not a good person who has the power to who has the power to lead, or who has the qualities of a leadership or kindness, or that intellectual interaction capabilities, you are not a good person for your skills, or you do not, maybe you do not possess the qualities that you need, that are called as skills. So interpersonal skills therefore are becoming more significant in recent days, because these skills are very much necessary in workplaces, like in the office, in the school, or any kind of institution. So these two sets of skills that we have to understand in soft skills. Now, why are soft skills necessary? So there are basically two reasons. The first one I'm giving you: even a supremely skilled person may often end up feeling empty, because those skills alone may not provide us the satisfaction of doing something well, or even in a professional manner. For example, an extremely skilled surgeon may successfully complete a brain surgery, but the technical achievement may pale in comparison to the satisfaction the doctor derives when he or she sees the paralyzed spring back to life. This is what is often called the human factor in skill intensive situations. So, even if you are a skilled doctor in operation, you can do a good brain surgery, or rather, best kind of brain surgery, but the kind of satisfaction you are demanding from your work, you may get that from the person who is, you see, the paralyzed person who is getting its life back. You will get more deliberate enjoyment from that scenario. So, that is called the human factor in skill intensive situations. Soft skills often complement hard skills to make them more effective. For example, imagine a situation when you are stuck in a queue at a bank for an inordinately long time, while the accountant and the IT technicians are trying to solve the problem and make the queue move faster. If the technicians try to present the problem and they refuse to solve it to the customers using cold technical jargon, that means in their terms, in the banking terms, etc., will they be successful? On the other hand, if they realize that the customers are not specialists, make efforts to simplify the situation and present it in layman's terms with the required empathy, the aggrieved customers might be pacified and show willingness to cooperate. Oftentimes, it happens with us too, that we are in a line, in a bank lines, and someone said that the link is absent, or in some technical jargons, if they are saying something we do not understand, and we show our grievances to the people who are responsible for this, or who are working in the bank, that if they are saying something which is more convenient to us, which is more appropriate for us to understand, you see, don't you think that we will cooperate more? So in this case, attentive listening and empathy are both soft skills. In real life, there are many situations where these skills can come in handy to manage tough scenarios. So these are the necessary reasons why soft skills are very, very necessary in different respects. Questions may be asked directly that why soft skills are necessary, or the questions may be asked for 5 marks that soft skills often complement hard skills. Explain. Or what is human factor in skill intensive situations? Explain. Questions may be asked in that way too. So, moving on to the next slide, the practical application of soft skills. So, what are the practical applications of soft skills then? In early stages of the Industrial Revolution, a skilled worker concentrated solely on performing a particular skilled job and was expected to focus on little else. But today's workplaces are quite different. As the national and global economy progresses, it moves towards a greater share of the service sectors. By definition, most of the work in the service sector is dependent on the interpersonal skills that we have already understood, because there you need to lead, that you need to understand leadership, that you need to understand how to interact with others. So today's workplaces are difficult, today's workplaces are more critical, and therefore you need to understand what is interpersonal skill. Whether the clientele is to be served overtly, or is invisible or disturbed or distributed, the idea of another being served takes precedence over all other considerations. Moreover, organizational structures today require a lot more communication, and it is a natural fact, because organizational structures, like the offices, like the schooling, like same kind of institutions, require lot more communications, because communication, if you are lacking the skill of communication, then you are lacking the whole aspect, you are lacking the spirit of leadership. Therefore it is necessary. Technology has enabled and made such communication cheap and easy, but it has also increased the role of the human agency in making such communication more fruitful. Rather than an isolated, brilliant solution to an organizational problem coming from the top management, most of the workplaces today will try to work it out by engaging employees from various levels. So you have to understand the practical applications. Now, soft skills are soft skills, but you have to rely on yourself and you have to use the practical sense of these skills. There are sectors, or these are sectors, segments where you need to apply practical set of skills in that way. So communication, although made cheap and easy, but human agency is making such communication more fruitful because you have now gadgets. So isolated brilliant solution to an organization problem coming from the top management. Most of the workplace today, therefore, try to engage employees from the various levels. So it is not from one level that you have the workers. If you are getting from various levels, your job will be done very easily and quickly. This is not only makes the process quicker, but also makes it more effective, as the solutions often come bottom up from the same group of people who will implement them rather than top down enforcement from a hierarchically superior position. So this is the bottom up and top down scenario, the situation. So instead of to get the effective solutions, which often comes from bottom up from the same group of people, from the bottom to the up, from the lower to the up to the manager, from the lower level worker to the manager, who will implement them rather than as top down. So from the top to the down. No, not this is from the bottom to the top. Enforcement from a hierarchically superior position. The top down approach might have generated both resistance and resentment among the executives working it through. Hence, companies today try to complement hard skills with soft skills, as soft skills often turn out to be the real clincher when many people have comparable level of hard skills. Suppose you have the experience of work with a mobile, but if your boss is continuously overlooking your competency, and continuously if your boss is scolding you for your behavior or your skills that are not appropriate as he or she thinks, then your wish to work there in the office or in that job or in that institution will be vanished very soon. So it is therefore necessary to understand the skills, rather soft skills. So it is not only a duty of the top level worker to understand the situation, the validity of his workplace, but also how to behave with the colleagues, how to behave with the people. So he or she needs to understand how to communicate with one another. This is where your achievement lies. Hence, companies today try to complement hard skills with soft skills, and it has to be because it is inevitable. So, without soft skills, you cannot think right now the hard skills. And again, in the hard skills, you have to point out what are soft skills. So, these are the practical factors of a soft skill. Now let us move on to the spirit of soft skills. So what is the spirit? Rather than taking a very narrow and useful approach to soft skills, that is to get a job and to succeed in it, it would be far more fruitful if we can imbibe the spirit of the skills discussed. This will not only individually make us happier and more conscious human beings, collectively it will create a better society where we can all enjoy sharing the benefits of such skills. And this is very necessary because I think if you are living in a society where people are not caring one another or not taking care of one another, who are only saying such abusive words to one another, think about that society, what it will be. So this is the spirit of the soft skills, because in the spirit you are not only using good words, or you are not only using your communication procedure or your skills of communication, rather you are also encouraging someone to do the same. And in that way you are also making your society progressive, society where we all can enjoy sharing the benefits of such skills. So therefore the spirit of soft skills are also important. Now, these are the factors that we have to understand regarding the soft skills. Now, let us move on to the probable questions. So, what are the probable questions? These are the probable questions that may be asked on 2 marks, 5 marks, and 10 marks. So, define soft skills with an example, explain with specific example of how a hard skill can be learned in a formal or in an informal setup, write short note on individual soft skills, write short note on interpersonal soft skills, what are the practical application of soft skills, etc. Don't be afraid and do not be worried at all, because these questions may be asked with this little amount of writing. What you have to do, you have to get more examples. Few examples I have already given, and few you need to collect. And if you can do that, so these will make your answer complete. So do not be worried at all. Just get more examples out of it. Now, this is the source of my whole presentation. You can follow this video, you can get material from this book. Whatever you do, you just understand and go to your approach, because you need to understand the hard skill, you need to understand the soft skill. Because we are teaching here soft skill, you have to understand how communications are happening. Significantly, thank you very much to all of you for watching this video. I tried my best to explain, and thank you again. Till the next video comes in this series, stay healthy, stay happy.